right, people. This is the part where you shut up. Thank you. All right, may I have your attention, please? Your attention. You can talk later, it's okay. Look at you, redhead. There you go. Thank you. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Joe Concha. I'm a Fox News contributor. All right. Yeah. Best-selling author, three-time beer pong champion, Jersey Shore. We have documentation. And thankfully, a new honorary board member of the Spring Lake Hope Foundation. What a great organization. And this is their 8th annual Gala Luncheon. And we are sold out once again. Sold out. Hundreds of people here. Thanks so much. Thursday afternoon, you guys got a lot to do. We really appreciate it. So I met some of the children that this foundation does such great work for, and you can't help, and I'm sure all of you probably had the same emotion. When you look at these children, you think of your own children, and you think about how fortunate you may be, how much you appreciate the fact that they are in great health. My kids aren't perfect, mind you. My son may or may not have, accidentally lit the living room carpet on fire last week. That was unfortunate. And it's funny because he just celebrated a birthday, and I'm like, wow, my kid's 9 years old already. I mean, as you know, the time goes by so fast. And I remember when my son was born, my wife and I don't know if you guys did this, you don't want the relatives involved as far as the naming process, because you will never get to a unanimous conclusion. It's literally impossible, especially like when Aunt Millie gets involved. Aunt Millie gets involved, you're not naming your kid what you want to name your kid. So we decided when my son was born that we're going to look at him first and then come to a conclusion in terms of what his name will be. So there it was, I remember it, October 11th, 2015, and it was a C-section, unfortunately, for my wife, unfortunately, and pulls the baby out of the womb and says, "Congratulations, Daddy, it's a boy." And I look down, and I go, "Wow, and what a boy." He goes, "Oh no, that's the umbilical cord, you have to cut that." So, and I'm half Irish, so it kind of made sense. I'm like, all right, so cut the thing. So my wife then says, I'm looking at him, and he looks like a strong Irish boy. She's Irish, of course. And she says, "Let's name him Liam." I go, "Boy, Liam, I love the movie Taken, I love that movie." I'm like, "All right, great, Liam sounds good." I said, "But, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at that jawline, I'm looking at those eyes." I said, "Honey, let's go Brandon. Let's go Brandon." And, it's 2015, but yet she said right in the moment, "I got a real funny feeling about this." So we went with Liam instead. It could have been worse for my daughter. When she was born, my wife's mother's name is Karen, and you don't want your daughter to be Karen at this point, You don't want Sandy, right? Like, "Hey, there's Sandy. Hey, a hurricane's coming. Why am I thinking it's bad." So anyway, the charity is great, guys. And I met Paulette, and at this point, I'm not going to say your last name. You're like Beyonce at this point, right? Just Paulette. That's what she is at this point. She's the founder of the Spring Lake Hope Foundation, and I met her through a mutual friend, Christine Ridinger. I'm not even going to go by her married name, Christine, all right? I met Christine 20 years ago in Hoboken, also an excellent beer pong player, and she actually got me in touch with Paulette. And after learning about what this organization does, we went to lunch here at this great place just a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you can't help but be drawn to the mission. So Paulette, she worked in corporate finance. She was an executive for 21 years. And she could have very easily been like, "All right, like in Vegas, I'm good, I'm out. I'll go play some pickleball. I'll write some checks to some charities so I feel good about myself, and that'll be the end of it." But no, she started this organization, and the mission was simple. Let's provide gifts, new toys to children with serious illnesses. and you think, okay, how do you get something like this off the ground? How do we get from where she was in 2016 to a room packed with people that had influence, people that are successful in business, and she did it. And look, the foundation, through its annual holiday party, which I'm sure you've all been to, and hopefully I'll be to this year as well, that only accomplishes really just 1% of their mission. It's a nonprofit, 501c3. The corporation grants financial assistance to local families who struggle to pay for their medical and medical-related expenses for children with rare illnesses and special needs. And I was surprised to learn, Paulette, and you educated me in this, how much medical expenses and how many are covered by insurance or what are not covered by insurance. So for instance, insurance will cover a wheelchair or a medical stroller, but it's not going to cover both. So you got to pick and choose. So of course you're going to choose the wheelchair. So then Spring Lake, that's when they come into the picture and they say, okay, we will get you the adaptive stroller through our charity. They complete the equation when before that wasn't happening. Therapies are another example as well. They're either covered kind of or in limited quantities. Look at it this way. It's like you're me. And you go to the gym maybe 6 times a year thinking it's going to make a difference. But, you know, it kind of doesn't, right? You're the guy who only goes to church on Easter and on Christmas and thinking, okay, I'm going to heaven, that's it. No, it's got to be constant. And Gabriella, Bria, Madeline, and others, they've received therapies they needed this year. It was all paid for by Spring Lake Hope. And clearly, the larger expenses consisting of, you have to do home modifications and wheelchair-accessible vans. Those are incredibly expensive. Paula, you shared the numbers with me. Look, I'm just touching and scratching the surface on what Spring Lake does. I know Paulette, she's going to share a lot more with you right now. I hope you'll all enjoy today's gala and luncheon. Another perfect day. We haven't seen a cloud in like 3 weeks. It's really weird. We live in San Diego now. Go figure. But let's bring up only one name once again. Paulette, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Joe, for your kind words. I apologize, I'm not going to be as funny as Joe was, but I'm going to give it a try. We're thrilled, Joe, to have you here today with us and joining our honorary board of advisors. So, welcome, everybody. It is wonderful to see so many familiar faces and so many new ones, too. Thank you to our gala committee and table leaders for putting this wonderful event together. Without all of you today, this would not be possible. Special thank you to our signature event sponsors. Provident Bank is the second largest bank in New Jersey. Thank you. And the Psychotherapy Care Center, Mental Health Consulting Center, providing services from adolescents to seniors. Thank you also to our key sponsors, and our supporters here today. Today is a very special day with lots of fun and surprises in store for you. At last year's gala, I mentioned that we granted over $1.5 million to children with rare illnesses and special needs. That's since inception, and I'm pleased to say that number is well over $2 million today. And we are projecting, right, Karen Rutherford, where are you? We are projecting $2.5 million by the time of our Evening in Italy event, which takes place May 1st, 2025. Thank you. At last year's gala, we celebrated our new name, which incorporates hope. And we celebrated the generous donation of billboards across New Jersey. This year, we are pleased to announce that IMP Studios, who is with us today, has agreed to donate the production of a television commercial to our charity. Thank you. And if that's not enough, our Joe Concha not only offered commercial, but to assist us in its airing on Fox News. Woo! But now it's time to start celebrating with our Lil Heroes. Let's meet our very first Lil Hero, Gwyneth Ross. You can see her picture on the projector screens this year. So Gwyneth is a 10-year-old girl from Hamilton in Atlantic County. Gwyneth attends Atlantic County Special Services School. Gwyneth loves music and watching music videos like Steam-Powered Giraffe. She is incredibly active, and according to her mom, she loves tearing the house apart. She enjoys playing in water and watching her favorite show, Bluey, on the Disney Channel. Gwyneth, however, can't walk due to her rare diagnosis of BOS, which stands for Boring Optis Syndrome. BOS is a rare genetic disorder that affects growth, development, and multiple organ systems. Since Gwyneth is unable to walk on her outdoor steps, we granted an $11,500 mechanical lift, allowing Gwyneth to rise these several steps in either her wheelchair or adoptive stroller. Our next little hero is William Cooper Jr. Woo. William is a 6-year-old boy from Pine Hill in Camden County. William has a twin sister, Willow, who is his best friend. William loves Grandma's kisses. His favorite word is ma, and he enjoys fighting with his dada. His favorite show is On Patrol Live. But William was diagnosed with STX-BP1, which is a rare developmental and epilepsy disorder caused by mutations in the XTXBP1 gene. This disorder, among other issues, causes seizures and developmental delays. William's mom found us on Facebook in a group called We Can, We Can't, and reached out to us because her wheelchair-accessible van was in need of a sizable repair. In fact, the van was sitting in the shop for 5 months, whereby she wasn't able to use it, and she was wondering how to come up with the money for this repair. So she reached out to us, and we're very pleased to be able to help her, and we look forward to assisting William with his medical and medical-related needs in the future. Woo. So our next two little heroes are part of an exciting initiative that blossomed in 2024. As of today, Spring Lake Hope has granted 8 wheelchair-accessible vans to, thank you. 8 vans to 6 families throughout New Jersey, from Bergen County all the way through Camden County and even Cape May County. We also granted 2 vans in New York. We have partnered with the state of New Jersey's Catastrophic Illness in Children Relief Fund, informally known as the CAT Fund. So the CAT Fund has reimbursed us for some of our grant proceeds for these adoptable vans. In fact, we have developed strong ties with the state of New Jersey, and that some referrals actually come back to us. So Gwyneth Ross, who you just met, was referred to us by the CAT Fund. Our first wheelchair-accessible van recipient in 2024 was Carl Palo, who is with us today. Carl is a cutie. He's a 7-year-old boy from Gloucester City in Camden County. Carl goes to school at Lark. Carl's favorite TV shows are Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Bubble Guppies. He loves to be outside, especially when he has the opportunity to swim. In fact, Carl swims once a month at a swim club during school hours. Carl's favorite holiday is Halloween because he loves to wear masks. He frequently spends time with his two dogs, Abby and Lily, and enjoys hanging out with his family and friends. Carl is diagnosed with hydrocephalus, which causes a buildup of fluid in the brain. The extra fluid can put pressure on the brain and cause brain damage. Fortunately for Carl and his family, he has been doing extremely well after his surgical treatments. Our most recent adoptive van recipient in 2024 is also here today, and she is Larissa Garcia. Larissa Garcia is a 19-year-old from Bubbly in Morris County. Larissa has trisomy 13. Trisomy 13, also known as Patau syndrome, means that a child has an extra chromosome 13. Trisomy 13 causes intellectual disability and some physical abnormalities. But meeting Larissa, you would never know she is in any discomfort. Larissa is a happy child who wears the most beautiful smile that I have ever seen. And she smiles all the time. And we won't tell the crowd, Larissa, that you enjoy pulling hair too. Luckily, my curls are intact. So that was my only joke. Sorry, Joe. I'm not a joke. I can't do it. That was it. I hope you liked it. So here with us today are their respective parents. So you are going to hear first from Stephen Palo, Carl's dad, and immediately following from Rosie Garcia, Larissa's mom. So Stephen, please come to the stage.
Wow, so hello everybody. My name's Stephen Pello. I'm an iron worker in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and woohoo, I love it. Thank you all for your generous donations and everything you do for families like me. My wife, Crystal, she's the rock of this family. She takes care of everything for Carl. I got to go to work and do a couple things around the house, and she does everything for Carl. It's amazing. And we had a little car, and we're looking into getting a minivan, and then on the low end, they're like $50,000. That's tough. It's a lot for families like us. And, it wasn't easy. And Crystal calls me. She says, hey, I think we found a way to get a minivan. I found this thing on Facebook. It's called Spring Lake Hope Foundation. And they're offering to give us or donate to us a minivan. But it's like a raffle type thing. Like, you have to win it. I'm like, oh my God, this doesn't sound real. This has got to be some kind of scam. It's Facebook. Of course, it's got to be some kind of scam. This ain't real. It's not real. It's too good to be true. But it was true, and it's real, and it's a thing, and it's done us so much for Carl, being able to wheel him up and down in the wheelchair, into the van. It fits the whole family. It gets us where we need to go. We've already done multiple road trips, and it's a beautiful thing. And people like Spring Lake Foundation made it real for us, a reality. We would have needed to use that $20,000 fund, the CAT fund she talked about. And but we would have needed to buy the vehicle, either convert it or buy a new vehicle and have it converted. And we would have had to put all that money up front and then have it like a rebate back. This was just a total, here you go, do the fund, make it work, have a nice day. And we've been really having a nice day. Thank you, everybody. That's what I got. Thank you.
afternoon, everyone. My name is Rosie. My daughter is Larissa Garcia. This is void emotion for me. Bear with me. It's a pleasure to be here. I want to thank you, God, first. And I want to thank you, Paulette, and all the Spring Lake Foundation. And I want to tell you a little bit about Larissa. She has trisomy 13. With that, it's a chromosome disorder, the 13 never cell. She has development delays, a seizure disorder, osteopenia, and so on. But we decided to keep it, to focus on a positive. Larissa is happy. She's a happy little girl. She likes to, thank you. She likes to go to the beach. She likes the pool. She likes hipotherapy. She likes her iPad. How we got here? Last year in December, 4 days before Thanksgiving, my husband and Larissa was in the car coming back from school, and they were rear-ended by the back of the van. For the grace of the Lord, Larissa was not sitting in the back, otherwise we wouldn't be here. The van was completely total. So I knew we couldn't buy one. You absolutely couldn't. But one day, like sitting in my living room, strolling my Facebook, I saw Announce a Foundation, and I told my husband that he didn't think was true. He said, that's not possible. I went and I put in an application right away. A few months later, we met with Paulette, an amazing human being. Without Paulette and the foundation, we could not afford a van. Absolutely couldn't, because 3 days before my husband had his accident, I fell and I broke my back. So I was out of work for 4 months. So I wanted to thank you, Paulette, for your incredible vision, for your dedication to the children and to the families with special needs. It comes from my heart. You inspire me to strive to do the best every day. And most of all, I wanted to thank all of you, to giving your time, to be generous to the foundation, to people like us that you guys don't even know. You change our lives completely. Without you, our life is a little bit, with you, our life is a little bit better. We have hope now. We can take her to the doctor. We can take her to her outings, to everything. It's so much easier. We just got a van on Thursday. Yay! Oh my God, this is so epic. Thank you, all of you. You guys make a tremendous difference in our lives. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. Your generosity, your donations are so so appreciated, and wow, what an incredible story. To be able to be part of such an amazing organization, and Colette, to work alongside, what an amazing, incredible human being you are, and we thank you for everything you do. I'm going to be funny. I am the money lady. So I am here to ask you guys to please reach out, and go in your wallets and look at our thermometer and let us see those donations come in and continue to help these amazing families, the Carls, the Larissas of our lives that we work so hard towards. There's a QR code that you could scan at your tables to help this organization continue to grow. It is so important for us to be here today and continue to donate. It's so appreciated, everything that you do. Any donation of any amount is appreciated. We appreciate what you do each and every day. Without your support, we could not be here today helping such amazing family and children that are in such need of our hearts, money, labor, whatever it is that it takes for us to be here and be part of these families. And I thank you all for coming in. Any donation over $1,000 or $1,000 will make you a member of our Little Hero for Hope. So please look at the thermometer when it comes up. Let's go in our wallets and get some money out, and let's make this organization stronger than ever, and let's help a lot of more families in need. We're here for a purpose. You're here for a purpose, and we appreciate everything that you do. Thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for coming and your generosities.
Thank you, Samira. And may I invite Melanie and Jimmy Caminos to the stage? And while they're making their way up, I'd like to, again, say thank you to all of you for your love and generosity. I see we raised over $129,000 today already, which is fabulous. So thank you. So Melanie and Jimmy, 2 years and 10 months ago, Zoe Caminos, their daughter, was also a gala honoree and recipient of foundation funds. She passed away at age 16, but her mom, Melanie, and dad, Jimmy, wanted to keep her spirit alive. So Melanie joined our board of advisors, and collectively we have created the Zoe Award in memory of her daughter. The Zoe Award is funded by Owens Foundation and also the Greek dinner party for 10 that they host at your house. They bring all the ingredients from their new store, Go Greek, and they prepare an abundance of appetizers, entrees, and desserts. They even clean up for you. And this is one of our prizes in the silent auction. So please bid on it, because all that money goes to the Zoe Award. But this year, our third year offering the Zoe Award, we raised almost $9,000. And this money is going to be offered to Xavier Blanco. So, Xavier, as you see on the screen, he is here today. He is a 9-year-old boy from West Milford in Passaic County. His mom, Monet, tells me that Xavier is a ladies' man and that Xavier flirts with all the women. So watch out, there's a lot of women in this room. She referred to him as Mr. Casanova. Xavier loves playing on his iPad while watching Disney movies. And Xavier actually attended Spring Lake Hope's holiday party last year, where Santa Claus came and gave him pool toys and a raft. And his mom says till today they are his favorite toys, and he plays with them in the bathtub all the time. But 140 pounds, Xavier is getting very difficult for his parents to lift him. They are in need of wheelchair accessibility in their house, for a van, whatever it may be. So Monet and Xavier's father, Joseph, will you please fix your eyes on the projector screens? Why? Because we have already applied your Zoe Award and matched it multiple times to grant you this 2019 wheelchair accessible van. And Monet, you won't have to worry about bills because we added on a 3-year warranty for this vehicle. So congratulations. Last but not least, we are honoring our 6th and final child, Annabelle Araya. Annabelle is 15 years old and lives in Dumont in Bergen County. Annabelle attends CTC Academy in Oakland. She loves the color purple, she loves musical instruments, and can play them hand over hand. Her favorite thing to do is to be placed in her stander with her orthotics and enjoy the outdoors. Now, Annabelle has been in need of a handicap-accessible bathroom and bedroom. Annabelle has cerebral palsy, cortical visual impairment, and global developmental delay. Annabelle sleeps on the 2nd floor, and the family is physically struggling to carry Annabelle, who weighs about 440 pounds. And even though they have a stair lift, it has become a challenge to even lift her, to put her on the chair lift and go up, take her off the chair lift, bring her into the bedroom, and then here it goes. It's a family of 5, and guess what? They only have 1 bathroom. So you guessed, it is not handicap accessible. So Spring Lake Hope Foundation has committed to grant the family's dream, which is 1 handicap accessible bathroom and bedroom on the 1st floor of the house. In fact, thanks to Dean Logan, the permits to break ground are with the town of Dumont as we speak. So while we have secured some materials and labor, like plumbing and roofing and siding and even a new outdoor deck and ramp, we are in the need of so much more, of everything else you can imagine, from bathroom tile to electricians to you name it. So I ask if anyone here has the capability to donate home building materials or skilled labor, please fill out the blank card on your table. So you, of course, include your contact information as well. And furthermore, we have identified our 2025 project, which is a handicap-accessible bathroom for a Mawa girl named Bria. So if we have the materials and labor for Dumont, we are in desperate need to secure the same for Mawa. So please fill out those cards if you can donate, or you can donate through the thermometer, through the scan to donate. And with us here today are the project managers for each of these projects. Sandy Goldberg is in charge of Dumont, and Maureen Wolf Angel is in charge of Mawa. Can the 2 of you please stand to be recognized? Oh, they're over there in the corner. Thank you. So any questions can be directed to Sandy and Maureen. And James Palladino couldn't be with us here today, but I would like everyone to know that Palladino Enterprises in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, has generously donated the GC labor for both of these projects. Again, I want to thank you all for your generosity. We've raised over $130,000 so far through sponsorships, silent auction, donations, 50-50, and so much more. Before we break for lunch, we just have one more speaker. Lois Kramer Perez is going to speak a little about our new process for silent auctions. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you all again for supporting Spring Lake Hope Foundation.
Well, that's a tough act to follow. We're so blessed that you're all here, and I hope you're enjoying our new format for the silent auction. Very easy. Scan the QR code, make your bids, and what's even easier, you can check out on your phone, pay for your item, and then all you need to do is pick it up and stop at our check-in desk so we know that you are the one that has your item. Our 50-50 will be closing at 1:30, so come back in the room. We're going to pull the ticket for the lucky winner. And just a quick announcement for our gala committee, because you know it takes more than just a village, it takes a whole community. And we are going to do our gala committee photo at the Step and Repeat at 1:30. Gina, Rebecca, Lisa, Reen, Kathleen Caridi, Chris Carney, Danielle, Bryce, Allie, Amanda DeMeglio, Gina, Amanda, Caroline, Nan, Woojin, Kim, Gail, Melanie, Anastasia, Christine, Samara, Amalia, Paula, Angela, Melissa Pecorino, Christine Petrino, Charalutha, Rosariato, and Karen. Thank you all. Enjoy your lunch.
tickets out? You know, I once did bingo at the Wayne PAL, I swear to God. Bingo. And my favorite one was, let's see. Oh, how did she get so big? Because B8. B8. Yeah, get it? There was another one in the O category I don't want to say here because there are children here, but you can only imagine what that number was. Anyway, okay, here we go. The 50-50. 0, 1, 3, 7, 8, 6. For $3 million. 0, 1, 3, 7, 8, 6. Do we have a winner? We got a winner. We got a winner. Who we got? Oh, and one of the families won. This is great. Yeah, come on up. Come on down. Yeah. Carl's mom. Wow. All right. That's the way it should have gone. Paulette fixed that perfectly. Perfect. We're not really going to check it, are we? Oh, yeah, she has the winning ticket. Tough crowd here, Paulette. My God. Also, need to see a photo ID. Thank you. All right, good. All right, what did she win?
She won $1,470.
$1,470. And a free membership to the Union Trail Club. Is that your... Oh, no. Congratulations. You want some words?
Yeah, go. Tell a joke. They like that.
I'm Carl Taylor's mom, and I wanted to say thank you. We appreciate everything. And thank you so much for thank you.
This is Carl Taylor's mom. So congratulations. Woo! Big day.
Thank you.
Well, this truly is giving to the families. Thank you. Okay, so the silent auction is now closed. However, any items that are not bid will be open for your choice. So you have 30 minutes to double check any items that have not had bids open for your choice. And I'd like to remind you that all winners to check out on your phone online, grab your prize, and meet us at the checkout table at 2 o'clock. Gala committee, meet at the Stepperty for photo time.
And the Sprinkler Coat Foundation families, Anya Nowak, our photographer, is donating a photo shoot for all the children. She's going to do it at 2 o'clock today. So we want photos of the children. We're going to give you a framed 8x10 photo of your child, a professional photo from Images by Anya Nowak. So don't leave. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great day.